Hey guys, this is Brian from garbagefish.com, and today we're going to break down a skate. We're going to take it from skate to plate. Basically, we're going to skin it, we are going to take it off the cartilage, and we're going to cook it up for you and show you what you can do with the fish that you catch a ton of and don't know what to do with. We get a lot of questions on how to skin them and how to take them off the actual cartilage structure. So we're going to do that today, and we're going to take it a step further. So enjoy. Alright guys, so here we go. This is a skate wing. We wing them on the boat, which means we take a pair of scissors with us on the boat, nothing special, just a pair of decent scissors, and we cut the wings off of the skate while we're out at sea. This is kind of like it's in the shark family, and basically they piss through their skin. So if you leave them on ice too long, what will happen is the urea, which is a fancy word for pee, will come out of the skin and go into the meat. So, you know, a lot like most shark species, you want to clean them right away, you want to dress them right away. So the easiest way to do that is just to take a pair of scissors and cut them off the body right away while you're at sea. Now, when home, or you could do this at sea too, cut the tendrils off with your nice Sharpie scissors. Okay, you want two things to clean a skate. You want a nice pair of scissors, and you want a nice pair of grippers. Now this is definitely the trickiest part of cleaning a skate, and I think this is why that most people don't bother with these things. I mean, while you're out there catching fluke out the wazoo, all of about 14-15 inches that you can't keep home, you're also catching these guys, and you're catching a lot of them, and you throw them back. But the meat is delicious. You can see it's a beautiful white meat in there, and it's very versatile to cook. It's very tender. It's very mild. But they do have some little spikes here, and that's why I wear gloves. You don't necessarily have to, but I do. And if you get hit by one of these spikes, it kind of hurts a little bit. It's like getting hit by a pricker bush. But the hardest thing is to skin them. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, what I use is a real sharp knife. This is just a Dexter, fillet knife, and I use this to get me started. So I get right between the wing meat and the skin, and it comes off pretty easy. Now this fish was caught yesterday, and I like to put it in the fridge for a night. Firms up the meat a little bit and makes it a little bit easier to deal with as far as skinning. I've also heard that it sort of cures the meat, makes it better if you leave it in the fridge a couple days. I don't know that that's the case, but I've heard that. I've eaten a ton of these things. Alright, so before my fillet table falls over, here's what we got. So I got a nice easy start. So that wasn't that hard. I could probably pull this with my well, no, you can't. Usually they're real tough. This is the Mad Dog fish skinner. Now, my buddy Roger from Fishbones Bait and Tackle designed these, and they're different from any other fish skinner in that A, they're stainless steel, and B, they got teeth on them, and that's the key, especially with skate and skinning the wings, or you can use them for dogfish or sea robin, which we also advise because it's great meat. You can also use them if you're hunting, if you're doing venison, if you're cleaning a deer. They're great that way too. You'll see a lot of these made with the straight edge, and it just doesn't work as well. And this is the only skinner you can get with teeth. And it's stainless steel, so it'll last a long time. So you just want to grab the skin, and just start to pull back. And you can pry it back just like that. And once you have this off, all you got to do is skin it. And look at that. Bing, bada boom. So, now, trim that little piece off there. Now look what you got. A beautiful, beautiful piece of meat. Now at this point, you can poach it, and the meat will fall right off. You can take the meat off, and you can put it into like any kind of crab cake recipe. And that's awesome. Because skate, again, it's a real mild fish. So, but what we like to do, and what we're going to do today, are buffalo skate wings. So what I'm going to do is take my fillet knife, now that my Skinner is done. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of butterfly it off the cartilage. There's a cartilage structure in here. This is it. You can hear it runs right down the center, just like a shark fin. It's exactly all this is. It's a shark fin, except it's a skate. You know, they're in the shark family. They got cartilage running through the middle, and you just got to butterfly it right off. You know, it's kind of like taking any other piece of meat off fish bone. You know, if like you're filleting a fluke. And that is that. So here's what's left. This is the cartilage. And underneath you have another side of meat, but it's much smaller, again, like a fluke or a flounder, where the bottom side is a lot, you know, there's not as much meat on there. It's a lot thinner. So I won't use that. I'll use that for crab bait. If I am poaching it, though, I'll use it for skate cakes. So here's our piece of meat. Now, dude, this is not a big skate. Maybe about maybe 1.5, 2 pounds. But you can see all the striations in the meat and how that came off. You dredge this in flour, put it in a pan, saute it with white wine and butter, a little lemon juice and some capers. You'll pay $30 to $40 in New York City for this dish, for this one skate wing. This is one side of a skate and just the top side. They have 4 of these. So well, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to take advantage of the striated pattern of the skate, and we're going to make some buffalo skate wings today. So watch how we do it. Alright, so we've skinned it with our Mad Dog fish skinners. Again, you can get these at Fishbones Bait and Tackle in Forked River. It's the only place you can get them. Fishbonesbt.com. Check that place out. They're well worth the money. Here's your skate. Now, following the striations, what I'm going to do is just slice right along. I mean, they're almost like ribs. And I'm going to end up with something that looks like calamari in a way. They'll hold together perfectly. Now, if you take any other fish, I had a friend of mine say that he just loves cooking this fish. He owns a restaurant up in and he loves cooking this fish because it is so versatile. It will hold together. You know, unlike most whitefish, this thing will totally hold together. So a little piece of cartilage there. So, you know, depending on what you're doing with it, if you're making just a sauteed wing, or if you're doing, you know, something like what I'm doing now, if you're baking it, or if you're deep frying it, it doesn't matter, it will hold together. I don't know that you could put it on a grill, but what we end up with are all these beautiful little finger-like types of meat, and we'll just dredge these in flour later. I'll show you what we're going to do with that. So stay tuned. Alright, so sweet, we got our skate here. Look at these beautiful little fingers, skate fingers. We're going to turn this into a delicious appetizer. Just got some nice seasoned flour here. Mix it up. This is the easiest part. Throw your skate in, dredge them, mix them around in there, and look how they come out. Now when you're frying these guys, you do want to keep them separated, because you don't want a big skate clump. You're looking for, you know, individual fingers that are tasty for dipping. Like to mix them up a little bit, keep them separated again. Okay, that's it. So now we're going to take our skate fries here, our naked skate fries, and dump them in. hard to film and cook. Turn the heat off. You can only heat at this point. The sauce is going. We'll stir them up. These bad boys are pretty much ready to serve. There we go. From skate to plate. Skate fries.